In today's video, I'm going to share 3 tips on how to save big on kitty litter. Coming up next on 9 Lives to Live. My name is Francisco, and welcome to my channel, 9 Lives to Live. I work with my 3 cats, Calypso, Skyfall, and Mr. Muffin, to help improve the lives of your cats. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you've been here before, thank you for watching. For the quality of life of cats, as well as your own quality of life, cat litter makes a big difference. Do you find yourself spending a lot of money on cat litter? I used to find myself buying a new bag of cat litter or new box every week and feeling my wallet a lot lighter when I got home. So over time, I have discovered new ways of saving on cat litter. And this video is about 3 of those tips, 3 of those ways that I have found that I can save money, and I'm going to share those with you today. I'm also going to share a bonus tip about cat litter scoops, which I think you will find surprising. I know I did. Now, this video is not a comprehensive one about litter boxes. That's a very complicated subject that includes where to put them, how many you should have, should they be covered or uncovered. There's a lot of topics. I could do a whole series on those. I think this video will be especially useful for new cat owners that are still learning all the ways to save money with cats, especially if you have more than one. I have 3 cats, and they eat only wet food, which means that they consume a lot of water in their food and they pee a lot. And that's one of the issues that you need to know, which is that wet litter is what causes most of the waste. It's not the poops, it's the wet litter. And you will see over time your cat litter will start getting sort of grainy, and it will start looking a little bit moist. This is when you need to change the whole box. But there are ways to save on that. Okay, so tip number 1, and this is the one that saves me the most money: uncover the clumps before you scoop. Now, this may seem obvious to many of you, but it was new to me, and I hope it might be new to some of you, and you can use this tip. Tip the box up on one side so that the good litter slides down to one side and the clump is revealed. Then you can scoop out that clump, clean out the little edges, clean out all the extras, flip it around, and do the same thing on the other side if there's a clump on that side. I used to just scoop from the bottom, and what that caused was it would clog up the scooper, and that left me with not very good options. I could either shake the scooper and have little bits of wet litter contaminate the good litter, or I could just throw the whole thing out, which means throwing out some of the good litter, which was sitting on top of the wet litter. So it was totally inefficient. I always ended up throwing away a lot of the good litter, which cost a lot of money. Okay, the second tip is to use multi-cat litter. And the reason they call it that is because multi-cat litter clumps faster. And if you have more than one cat, they might use the litter box shortly after the other. What this means is that as they scratch and they try to cover everything up, they might reveal and start scattering the wet litter from the cat before. And if the wet litter gets scattered in throughout the litter box, the more frequently you're going to have to change out the whole box of litter. The faster it clumps, the less likely that is to happen. I have 3 litter boxes and I have 3 cats, but all 3 of them prefer to use one of them. I don't know why, but that's the one they use probably 80% of the time. So it gets a lot of use, and the multi-cat clumping litter has made a big difference for me. So fast clumping litter, although it's a bit more expensive, I believe can save you money. The third tip is to use storage bins instead of litter boxes. Storage bins have much higher sides, usually at least twice the height of a regular litter box. And this saves you money in several ways. So one of them is, as the cats cover up their droppings, they tend to scatter the litter outside of the box. And the higher the sides, the less they do that, the more litter stays actually in the box instead of scattered all around. It also makes it a lot easier to clean. Another benefit of these boxes is that they tend to be made of a slightly different material, which is smoother, and it makes it easier both to scoop up the used litter as well as to clean up afterwards. The downside to these boxes is that they are bigger, and so they are a little bit more awkward to clean. You can buy a storage bin without a fancy lid for about $5, which is about the cost of an inexpensive cat litter box, and a lot cheaper than the more expensive cat litter boxes. Now, I'm not talking about the ones with the covers and all of that. I'm just talking about a plain old litter box tray, which can cost up to $15. My cats like to scratch a lot. I don't know why, but they do that, and they even scratch the sides of the bins, which is a little bit odd. But as they do that, they scatter the litter all over the place. So those are my three main tips. They have saved me probably 50% on the amount I spend on cat litter, which over a period of a year can add up to quite a lot of money. Now for the bonus tip, courtesy of Mr. Muffin, who I will show you right now because he is so handsome and I'd like to show him off. But this one is about these scoops. The tip is this: look for those scoops in the small animal aisle, the ones for gerbils and other small pets. They are exactly the same scoops as the ones in the cat aisle, but they cost a lot less. Here's one example. From the cat aisle, the cost of this scoop is $3.59. In the small animal aisle, exactly the same scoop with a slightly different label, but I've looked at it, it's exactly the same thing. It's only $1.99. So that's the bonus tip. Hope you can save some money on that. So thank you for watching this video. I appreciate your time, and I hope that you will subscribe if you found value in this video. And if you liked it, you can also watch some of my other videos, which will be linked on top of the wagging tails coming up. Thank you again, and we'll see you in the next video.